Hi guys, my name's Seb Tudor, I'm the man on the Silver Mountain and welcome back. And today we are back in Torment, Tides of Numenera, and we got a small child to find and we've got some other places to explore. There's still the bar over here that we need to take a look at and there's some stuff further up. But I want to come down here and talk to what seem to be little kids over here. So we'll, because they might know where the other kid is, amongst other stuff. I mean, there's also this, which, let's take a look at this first. Oh, money, yay. Got no issues with taking money. What's this? Judging by the tiles, shingles and bricks that are piled here, these are the remains of buildings carefully pushed out of sight. Okay, fair enough. Something shiny over there. Far below you can see a ledge jutting out from the cliff face. Collapsed tunnel appears to have been once used to access the strange objects cradled in the corner. Okay. Let's talk to Zeb. Hi Zeb, I'm Seb. Nice to meet you. Right. Any shins for a family in need? Yeah, alright. Will be nice. Thank you, sir. Good fortune to you. Is this yours house? Doesn't look safe. We know, that's why we stay outside most of the time. Ever since Avina noticed some cracks around the walls, we only go in there to change clothes and stuff. Okay, does anyone else live back here? There used to be a lady who lived next door, a nano-sorceress, but she disappeared a while back. And there was a family 2 doors down. We heard them screaming on the night their house fell into the sea. My sister Nim was friends with their little girl. Can you tell me anything else about this area? Hardly anybody comes through here anymore. It's nice and quiet, I guess. Better than the rest of Cliff's Edge. Can you tell me about your family? Yes, sir. There's 4 of us, counting my father, but he's gone to the Bloom and we don't know when he'll be back. Huh, I guess I really don't think of him as family. I wish we could do more for him. I'm Zeb, and he points at the little girl kicking a rock in circles, or in a circle, and an older girl who is playing a flute. You notice that they look considerably more well-fed than Zeb. That's Nim, my little sister. The girl with the flute is Avina. She's not actually our sister, but she's still family. And there's no one else, that's it. Perception, his eyes glance further down the street, then snap back to you. He smiles nervously. Okay. You sure there are only 4 of you? I saw you look down the street. Is there someone else? Huh? No. I'm just waiting on a friend. There's only 4 of us, no more, no less. Please don't investigate, they'll kill him. Okay, that must be quite hard. She's okay, doesn't know anything else really. She misses our dad though. She never really knew our mum, so at least she doesn't miss her. Okay. Tell me about your father. What's his name? His name is Zeb too. Zebak Uralau? And it's been a year at least. He went to work for the Memovira. For a while he sent shins back and then they stopped. Haven't heard from him since. The Bloom's like that though. Sometimes it doesn't let anything out. I figure he's just waiting till it opens up again. What if he's... No, he's fine. I'm sure he's fine. Okay. Bye. We're going to go investigate that thing that you didn't want to investigate because it's suspicious. And we want to try and communicate with him.
I'll remember that.
Partially hidden in the trash of the dump is a strange, frightened creature. It is covered in chitin, like an insect, but its shell looks thin and soft, and its small and malformed claws seem half-grown. It stares at you from its hiding place and chitters incomprehensibly. It exudes a sense of sentience as it watches you, but you sense nothing in its mind, as though it were a common animal. Are you the rogue Stitches everyone is looking for? As you speak, you gesture in the direction of the square where you met Lord Vuntgen, and the Stitcher seems to understand. It shrinks back, raising its deformed claws as if to defend itself. It doesn't seem like it would be much of a threat to anyone. It puffs a minuscule amount of vapour from the spiracles on its head. How did you get here? It weaves its head and clicks its claws, then pauses as if waiting for a response. The odour of ozone and stale air surrounds you. When you make no reply in its language, it shakes its head vigorously and says nothing more. Where are you from? A series of gurgling sounds emerges from deep inside its belly, punctuated by a concussive grunt, followed by a scent of sparks struck from rocks and metal. It isn't clear whether the Stitchers understood you or not. Can you tell me anything about this place? The smell of coal dust and rotting metal surrounds you, and it takes you a moment to realise that the Stitchers emitted the scent. Something about the creature's behaviour is familiar, and you realise that you, or at least the changing god, have spoken to the beasts before, not skillfully, but well enough to be understood. Try to remember the language of the Stitcher. Let's boost it up to 60%. There we go. Because we're smart like that. Murky memory comes to you, a small box resting between you and the patient Stitchers. Your muscles jerking and twitching at the device as the device translates your words to thoughts. Your muscles twitch in sympathy with these memories, and you realise that the Stitcher's tongue is a jumble of scent, movement, and sounds. With the memory, information pours into your mind as if a plug had been removed. The smells of granite fill your nose. As the vision fades, you realise the creature's language is yours. What are you doing in this garbage dump? Yellow shell grub steel. Leave here. Not speak. Dangerous. Are you the Stitchers everyone is looking for? Okay, so it's sad. Yes, it is, and it's sad about it. Understandable. A man with a yellow shell left you in Cliff's Edge. Do you mean the man with yellow skin? Intense agreement. What's the Stitcher doing up here? Tunnel live below, but bad claw. Not dig, not eat, no home. Stitcher family. Send above ground to die. You were sent up here by the other Stitcher. Why? Not good. Soft, like grub. Not strong. Not dig, not eat, no worth. Trash, rubble. Not even Nell tunnel. What do you eat? Dig, make sparks. Eat sparks. Not dig, not make spark, not eat. Hunger. Okay. If you can't make sparks to eat, why haven't you starved to death up here? Baby brown grub feed. Spark shells, spark tubes, eat. Okay, so the kids have been feeding him batteries, essentially. Is this the burrowing of the Stitcher responsible for making the houses collapse here? Stitcher no care grub homes, break, no dig. Stitcher die, not dig, not claws, no grub home break. Okay, so he doesn't really care if the homes break generally, but he's the one in this area and he didn't do it.
Why not?
So, and he was brought here by someone with yellow skin.
I'll remember that.
Sir, please sir, I know you saw the Stitchers hiding in the midden. Please don't tell anyone about him, sir. He's not doing anyone any harm. You saw his hands, they're like human hands. He can't dig like the others. It's not him that's bringing down the houses. I won't tell anyone, your secret is safe. Thank you, sir, you're a lifesaver, sir. Now, if only we could get him to safety. Maybe I can find a way to get him out of here. Could you, sir? That would be wonderful. If you could find the other Stitcher, maybe they'd help him escape. I heard that some of them are down in the underbelly, but I've never seen them myself. Okay, well, we can go talk to them. We know where they are. We've been there before. I had a feeling I could trust you.
Absolutely.
Okay, so he was sent away to die anyway, and then he went,
Want a job done
and then
right.
someone picked him up and brought him here. It's not nice. Oh well. Right, let's take a look at this place, which seems to be a bar. Which might mean more quests. It might mean nothing. But we'll find out. Clarion. This young woman wears finely polished armour and paces back and forth restlessly on the walkway. Her long hair is lustrous and healthy, and her whole form exudes a wholesome vitality. When she sees you, she raises her voice in greeting. Welcome, friend, to the Fifth Eye. You come at an exciting time. I have been trying to convince some veteran warriors of their eminent suitability to join the endless battle. So far, they have rebuffed me, but perhaps you can succeed where I failed. Endless battle? Much as it sounds, it stemmed from a rift between the changing god and one of his offspring, and has endured for hundreds of years, raging over the same battlefields using the deadliest technology of the ancients. The landscape is scarred and pitted beyond recognition. The walls between dimensions are thin there. Everyday horrors cross into our world. Worse, in recent years, the struggle has expanded, because of course it has. Nearby settlements founded to provide material support for the combatants or existing there long before the two sides came to rage on their borders have been engulfed by spreading chaos. It is not too late to change the course of the battle. If only warriors of proven mettle would join the fight. That is why I am here. That is why I beg for your help. A glorious conflict. So many have grown stronger in its wake. What side are you recruiting for? The changing gods. He has always been the patron of Sagus Cliffs. Perhaps we would not exist if not for his lives and his cast-offs. Certainly we would not be as we are. But that is not the only reason. The changing gods' forces have allied with the towns and villages of the Verzulian Waste. We seek to prevent the endless battle from expanding beyond its borders, growing in size once again. The enemy has attempted to sweep across the plain before. They tricked the changing gods' allies centuries ago, destroyed an army of sand knights and took half the settlements in the waste. We won't let them do it again. Who is the enemy you're fighting? The armies of the first cast-off. They have never been friends of the people of Sagus Cliffs. The first cast-off is long dead, but still her forces hold a grudge against her sire and his patron city. Okay. If I help, will I get a reward? Of course, I am not a wealthy woman, but I have allies in the city who are. The more veterans you convince to join the battle, the more you will be paid. Okay.
I'll remember that.
It seems it seems like they've slapped the changing god's name on a completely separate cause. But the cause is at least, looking to kind of hold off the fight from spreading instead of anything else. So, we may as well help. You have my gratitude and generous reward if you can succeed in this, friend. At the bar, you see Leto, the woman clad in desert robes. Behind the bar, Feriok. At the table there, Ziobi. With the Ziobi, you see Theberus. He is older, but he has great experience. And then the carousing piece is Dharma. He's their leader. Okay. This guy has a name that is literally one letter long. I want to talk to you. Your eyes cannot focus on this person, whether male or female, you cannot say, but it hums with a force that both attracts and repels you. You feel a sense of amusement as its regard settles upon you. You speak with O. You have tasted the truth in the form of machine lubricant. You have contemplated the totality of human existence. Speak quickly and true. The world slows around you. The being has no mind to speak of. Where there should be thoughts, you instead sense only a deep, endless hole threatening to swallow your own mind. Who are you? I am, you might call me an ultra-terrestrial, though I am far more. I am from beyond space, behind time, above your comprehension. Your mind has chosen this form for me, and I am content to exist in this structure. But know that I exist also outside of your subjective experience. Some might describe me as a superpositional extraction of fundamental universal laws made tangible. Okay, so he's taking on the perceptions of other people which have molded a body for him, but he expands far outside that into other areas of space and dimensions and things like that. I am a word made flesh, a letter, at least, a concept covered in false skin, infinitely malleable, essentially unknowable. What does it mean to be a word? I was, am, will be. I see into the infinite past, into the illimitable future. When the cosmos erupted into a sea of light, I saw it. When the mechanism winds to a sad and creaking end, I will weep. At the moment the great wings of death enclose creation, I am the last vestige of dust, frozen, forever perfected. Okay, what the hell are you doing in a pub? I am here to see the final attempt at entry by the adversaries. I am here to offer a vision to Leto. Okay. Say this was a final attempt at entry by the adversaries? The adversaries thought to peel through realities to destroy this world as they have others. They have never lost. This world is their first taste of defeat. Within themselves, the eaten cores of their victims begin to stir. The adversaries will cease to exist if any meaningful form within a millennia. In any meaningful form within a millennia, if they are stopped here. This is an inflection point. If the warriors here succeed, the adversaries do not rise again for an eon. So it is written. Where did you come from? You will not understand. Let me show you. Its eyes widen, expanding to fill the room, your vision, your consciousness, and you tumble into a starry immensity. Swirls of nebulae twist and knot, and in the hearts of these stellar clusters roar hungry voices. You tumble helplessly into a myriad of them at once, torn apart and reformed in an instant. A being of pure light and will. You find yourself standing in the fifth eye again. Your nose is running and tears streak down your cheeks. You wipe them away numbly and you realize your hand is streaked with blood. Oh, that's cool. So we permanently gained an extra intellect point, but we took some damage as a result of it. And I guess the easiest way to see what we were just shown would be if you went to go and watch Doctor Strange. Too much information, too much knowledge. Had I shown you more, the energies that bind you together would have failed. Okay, that's fine. So you said you're here to come offer someone a vision. She is prescient. She is the mother of empires. The adversary's presence has polluted her vision, and she has strayed from the page. I am here to reunite her with the truth. I do not intervene, but this story was true, and so it is true. And this is not an intervention. The vision will come when you have left the city. Well, okay. A moment. None here will know of our conversation. None will know its nature. None see me, nor will they recognize any sign of me. Even in this remarkable place they cannot know. But I give you a gift, Cast Off and God and Man. For yours is a true story. It is welcomed into the world. It is born from desire and will end in, but no, I do not tell you your future or fortune. Light envelops you. He disappears. Permanently gain 4 health. Okay, so he took 1, gave 4. It's nice of him. A little blurry in here. The most distinguishing feature of this tall, vaguely awkward man is the yellow shirt he wears. He seems desperate to fade back into the scenery. When he sees you notice him, he gives you a faint, uncomfortable grin. Perception. Something about him seems off, as if he were a flicker in the air or strangely two-dimensional. He does not seem to emit a sense of presence at all. Who are you? Erin. Called Isk? He almost whispers. I am not here. Tell me about you. No, this is like a dream to me. Okay. Tell me anything about the people here. Shakes his head, terrified to meet my gaze. Okay. Can you tell me about this place? Nothing. Cool. Why can't I sense you? Skist, he mutters. The yellow shirt fades away, and then the skin, muscle and bone. What remains is a vaguely humanoid shimmer. I am Isk. Erin, a transdimensional projection from a distant past. This Abacos form, this is not the truth of me, trapped in this body, but I am not this. It's an Abacos. A ghost, transdimensional. It feeds. I only watch and learn. Where are you from? Distant past, epochs ago, tuning through time to see future. I overshot. Maybe next visit. Okay. Can you affect reality? Only words, nothing touches. Only ideas, no physical energy conveyed. Okay, how'd you get into this place in particular? When casting through time, saw light drawn to, civilized thought, admiring psychics. Okay, well that's delightful. Creepy creature.
Something to do.
Almus the Soul Keeper. Let's see what we got. Okay. So he's pale man. Plastic sheened, his pale man's skin suggests artificiality, but if he is a construct, he is so cunningly constructed, so close to the human baseline, that the illusion is nearly perfect. How did you get here? Not my time, not my place. Yet, when the connection to home broke, the beacon shone here. 5 minds drew me. Light in the darkness. They were not light to not a light to understand. They were safety, surety. While a new home I find, in this place I have clear thought, untarnished. Tell me about yourself. I am Almus. I am the keeper of souls, last of my kind, only survivor of a civilization that spanned time and space. Now they are gone, their stars black. Reality's winds carry me. What happened to your people? The highest caste of power controlled we minds ideas for all souls of empire. A great web we move, shining with power, but other nodes, they winked away, until only I remained. An image of my people I carry, but no place to make it real. Our domain lost, I alone, and paralyzed with indecision and fear. Did I destroy them? I was not discontented, or was I? How did your civilization die? Excuse me, why are all these people in one bar? You've got an ultra-terrestrial being who comes with a vision for someone that we need to go and talk to, and who knows us. You've got another kind of interdimensional creature who's sat across multiple planes, projecting from the past. Now you got this guy who's like almost Doctor Who-esque. A doubt arose. I took seed, took flight. These thoughts connected to our network. These questions spread like disease. Trust, mistrust, rooted. Nodes decohered. Without nodes, without control of dreams, the civilization falls, and then they are gone. I alone remain. What was the doubt that destroyed your civilization? I do not know. I do not recall. Perception, yet something in his stance suggests otherwise. Scanning his thoughts. I know, I can recall. I know you know. I do, yes. It was my doubt. Mine. My question. I asked only, what if our way is not best? What if our people have desires of their own, wants that we do not give? The others began to see and question. Questions gave way to self-doubt. Self-doubt gave way to self-hate. I wanted only to know what is best. How do we become better? Not to tear us down, but I shone a bright light on behavior, on truth, but our center could not hold under truth. Was I to blame? Is civilization's end affixed to me, or on me? In dreams, I see their faces, but not their minds. Tell me truly, is the fault mine? He asked a question. I can see, that doesn't need to create self-doubt and self-loathing to that extent. If the question, questions are a tool. Again, they're not. The answers are maybe suggestions or things that you can work with. What he did was ask a question that could have stimulated growth, but didn't. I don't think it was on him for that one. I think gold has to be anything else, but yeah, that's the case right there. I'm not trying to console you, but there was a substantial there's a substantial number of people involved from what he's saying, and it's not something that he's willfully gone and done to destroy or cause harm. So perhaps this is true, but what good are we if we share the same doubts? Better for us to find a new way, a new world. He pulls his hands apart, and you have a sense of a vast network of power contained between them. He raises his hands before his face. I have severed the last connection, the last hope. If I exist still, they must exist without me. Let me be forgotten. No more, no more. Extra XP for us. I'm pressing buttons I shouldn't be pressing. Okay, so let's come up here. So we've got Ferriok, we've got Leto, who's the important one. Who have we got over here? We've got Sir Arthur, and then we've got Dharma of the Bloom, and then we've got the other two here. Well, let's go talk to Sir Arthur for a moment. This man has leathered dark brown skin, and his hair is white as a full moon. He peers at you from beneath long strips of eyebrows, sucking on a long pipe that has been made from either segmented wood or the leg of an enormous insect. His clothing is blue and formal, like a priest or a professor of some kind. All over him, on his belt, in every pocket, on his shoulders, or on both shoulders, even hovering in the air around his head, are glowing, chittering devices of all kinds. Let me guess, you're a traveller, that much is clear, an explorer, yet you have the look of a farmer visiting a teeming metropolis for the first time. Never seen the like, have you? Oh, he taps various relics on his person. Never seen the like, have you? Fortunately for you, I adore educating folks on the subject of the Numenera. I've also travelled extensively and seen much of the world. Go ahead, ask me whatever you would like to know. Okay. A metallic bug-like creature perched on the side of his head begins glowing. It crawls into his ear and he pauses as though listening. After a moment, the bug scuttles out and resumes its perch. Leans forward and lowers his voice. So you're a mind reader, eh? Well, I won't hold it against you, but old Arthur wouldn't walk into a bar of psychics without mental protection. So don't expect to read much from me. How do you know I could read thoughts? Numenera told me. He can detect that sort of thing, and then this one blocks it. He pulls a circular device from his pocket. I don't like letting people know what I'm thinking. Too dangerous. He puts the device back into his vest. That's the new That's the new disc, of course. The first psychic blocker used to melt brain matter, provoked people to no end, especially those who didn't know their friends were psychic. Okay, so who are you? Goodness, forgive me. Sir Arthur Turin, traveller, explorer, and lifelong student of the Numenera. I have seen everything between here and the Steadfast, and I have studied Numenera of all kinds for decades. There is no man more knowledgeable about the Ninth World than he who sits before you, I assure you. The Ninth World guidebook had some story parts in it, and I think this guy might have been the character that wrote those parts, but I'm not 100% sure. So why are you here? Knowledge, of course. I have travelled all over the Steadfast and beyond, but I had to know what was beyond the beyond. Who knows how much time I have left on this world? I wanted to see for myself. Why are you here in this tavern? Libations! I am trying to determine the nature of these fantastic liquids. Also, the people here are quite informative. No better place to learn about city than its taverns. Okay, what are the Numenera? We kind of already know this, but we'll ask anyway. The Numenera are practically everything around you. We live among the detritus of uncountable civilizations, many of which were more powerful than you or even I can imagine. Everything they left us is the Numenera. Weapons, power sources, medicines, gels, plants, animals. Why, even the very drit in the ground and the shins in your pocket are examples of Numenera. It's such a broad term that our Order of Truth has categorized the Numenera with terms like oddities, ciphers, and artifacts. Of course, any true student of Numenera considers these categories still too broad. I have my own distinctions, but that is neither here nor there. In any case, it is the Numenera that power the wonders of the world, from an explorer's esoteries to the data sphere to the drinks in this very tavern. Okay, well, oddity, ciphers, and artifacts are. I'll do some explaining here for the sake of it. So, oddities, ciphers, and artifacts. You've got oddities that are just things that are cool that don't have any effect, like little trinkets and stuff like that. They're not particularly mechanically useful. Ciphers are one-shot, one-use little devices, and artifacts are reusable devices or devices that can be recharged if they've got a certain number of things in it. The data sphere is basically the internet, but a billion years more advanced, and as a result, it permeates kind of everything and is at least somewhat, maybe not sentient, but it has some intelligences within it, and it has this capacity to potentially alter the world around it through various interactions, and it knows many things. Esoteries are basically, well, my onslaught is an esotery, so it's like a nano or caster like power. Shins, that's just money. Shin being short for shinies, shiny little metal discs and things like that. We know who the Order of Truth are. The dirt is part of it because it's stacked up. I don't really care how he categorizes it. It was nice to meet him. Right. Now that we've talked to everyone else, we should probably talk to the others. But we've gone just over half an hour, and I have a feeling that if I start doing more stuff now, and potentially talking to Leto over here about her vision, and talking to these guys and seeing, I might see more advancement, considering it's said about leaving the city. And so on. So I don't want to get into something when I may only have like 10 to 15 minutes left, of the video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it a little earlier. I'm going to cut it here, and we'll come back to it and we'll see what these guys have to say, and then that might take us on a bit further, you know, take us on an adventure a tad further afield, or it might not. We'll have to see. But as a result, guys, I'm going to leave it here. I'm just going to quickly save, and yeah, there we go. Cool. And so again, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, then please drop us a like and subscribe for more, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.